Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Messages from Above with Toni G. Toni is a world-renowned psychic medium. She has had the gift of being a psychic medium and channel her entire life. Toni hosts 2 TV shows, Create a Life You Love and Psychic Medium Toni G. She is also the author of 5 books. Being a healer and a hypnotist as well, it is her purpose and her passion to help you in every way she can. Phone lines are open now. Call in 858-365-5593 and let Toni answer your questions about life, love, finances, or help you connect with a loved one on the other side. Enjoy the show. Happy Monday and welcome to Messages from Above with Toni G. I'm so excited to be here today. I don't know why I feel really happy about this show. I mean, I feel happy about all of my shows, but I feel really happy about this show today. One of the things we're going to start with just right away from the beginning is a clearing. And this is probably why I'm so happy about this show. Abundance. Abundance is a big, beautiful thing. And everybody wants abundance. And you might break abundance down to, I want abundant love, or most people, when we say abundance, we think financial abundance, but there's a such thing as an abundant life, a life that kind of overflows the cup, if you will. So we have this cup, and some of us feel like there's a hole in the bottom of the cup, right? And our hole just gets bigger. So the more we put in the cup, the more that just falls out, and sometimes the cup is empty. And so today, and this is amazing because I'm channeling this, because as it's coming out of my mouth, I'm just like, yes, that's so true. We all have moments when we're like, there's not enough, there's nothing. And what we want is a big old, huge, bowl. We want to get rid of the cup. We want a huge, bathtub or pool, and we want that to be overflowing. We want it to be full. We want it to be overflowing with all of the good things of life. So we want it to be this life that is overflowing in every area with happiness and laughter, just abundance in every area. So the first thing we're going to do today, and they're saying, hold on to your hats, folks. It's about to get real up in this show or joint or whatever you want to say. But the first thing we're going to do today is I'm going to make it the statement, we are living overflowing and abundant lives. No. So we're going to start clearing that. Here we go. So when the clearing happens, you may feel nothing at all. That doesn't mean it's not working. That just means that for whatever reason, you're not having the physical experience of the clearing, and that's not bad. Now, if you are having a physical experience of the clearing, you might feel your breath change. You might feel pressure in your chest or some other part of your body. You might feel like there's a little pain someplace. Sometimes, and especially when we work with abundance, that pain is in the lower part of the back, and that's just them pulling stuff out. You might feel stress or tension or tightness someplace in the body, pressure someplace in the body, cool, heat. And I've even had 1 or 2 people say that they're experiencing the feeling of nausea. If that happens, just take those slow, deep breaths in and those slow, deep slow releases of breath. That's all old, icky energy, patterns, habits leaving you, so that we can open up to brand new habits, brand new patterns that allow a full, beautiful, vibrant life, right? Now, one thing that I'm getting right now that I'm going to touch on, and I'm going to add to this clearing, is that sometimes we don't even realize this. We don't realize it. We don't want to, some people do want to wear it like a badge of honor, but most of us do not. When something bad happens to us, we technically have the definition of victim. If you've been abused, robbed, violated, picked on, at any point in life, sometimes that sits with us, and we keep that, and not intentionally. Most of us not intentionally. Some of us, like some people, that's how they operate. That's how they survive in victim mode. They seriously, that's their survival mechanism, because if people feel sorry for them, people will do things for them. I'm not judging that. Do not take that statement as a judgment. And other people, they just can't wait to tell everybody or somebody everything that is negative that just happened or happened 20 years ago. That's when you know you have not healed from it, that you have that strain in you, that DNA strain that's saying there's some victim stuff going on here. So, and again, there's no judgment. We all, listen, I don't know a person in this world who has not been hurt by somebody, but in the same breath, in the very same breath, let me say even more strongly, I don't know a person in this world who has not hurt somebody, intentionally or unintentionally, knowingly or unknowingly. We say things to somebody sometimes, and we don't even realize how we have hurt them. And they're too classy to go, listen, Mofro, you know what you just said to me? Do you know what? You just hurt me. You just, like, dug up one of my emotional scars. They're too classy to call us on it. So we have all been hurt, but we have all hurt people. And I hear in your heads already going, well, I never hurt anybody the way they hurt me. But no, that's not for you to decide. You don't get to say that, okay? You don't get to determine how your hurt affected another person. Just like breathe, another person does not get to determine how their hurt affected you. And who cares about all the hurt? Let's just get it gone, right? At this point, we need to stop saying, you know, this happened to me and it's negative, because that's like carrying that energy and that thought program and making it a bigger part of our life than we want and repeating it. And we need to go into only talking about and thinking about and carrying the energy of good experiences, because when we do that, we're going to have more of that. We want more of that and more of that and more of that and more of that and more of that. I am clearly channeling, because when I start repeating like that, they are just on it. They are so on it. Okay. So we're going to clear, we have victim. Yes, we're going to clear this. Now, hey, I am what I preach. There are areas that I'm still like, oh, my God, when I was blah, this happened to me. When I was 20, this happened to me. And that means it has not healed, okay? So I'm also going to throw on this. Today is a whopper of a day of clearing things that are stopping us from this abundant life, and abundance in love, in money, in having work, in happiness, and we're just gonna pile this stuff on today. So if you're feeling it, yay, good for you. That's awesome. That means poop is flying out, okay? If you're not feeling it, that means you just clear in a different way, okay? We've healed our hurts. No. So let's clear that. Okay. Having said all of that, we might get to trauma at some point in this show, but I think I've just put enough on everybody at this point. Maybe we don't need to hit trauma today. Maybe that'll be next week. Okay, so my name is Toni G. We're actually going to start the psychic medium part of this show, which is always fun for me. I am going to, first, if you want, I always forget to promote myself. If you want more information on me, you can go to ToniG, TONIG.info, INFO, ToniG.info, and there's information on me there. If you're listening to me via Blog Talk, iHeart, iTunes, Spreaker, or wherever you're listening to me, if you want to be notified of every show to make sure you get those clearings and you get to call in, please click the follow button. That's up to you. I don't even know half of like numbers or who they are, to be honest. That comes from ego. I try to stay out of that. I don't obsess if somebody goes on or off my email list. Again, I do me. I just do me. I get on the air. I try to do me so I can do you, so you can get where you need to be. I just let people know that stuff is there. So if they want it, if you want it, you can be part of it. If you do sign up on my email list, which is on my website, I do send out randomly healings for people, 30-minute group email healings. So it's a good, that's the benefit of being on my email list. Other than that, that's enough. Oh, my new book. It's getting published this week. I was just waiting for reviews. Some of the reviews are in. I can't wait any longer for the rest of the reviews, unfortunately. I just want to get the book out there, and I want it in your hands. These are, from what I'm hearing from people, these poems in this new book are deep, and there were two that I couldn't get through without crying. The first couple times, they really struck something in me. Like they really made me. They were so real to me, is the way I can say it. And I'd like to say personal, but I channeled them, but it felt so personal to me that it was difficult for me every time I had to proofread it or them, because they were so personal to me. So everybody is having that response to them, that there are a couple in there that definitely affected them the same way. One of my friends said, tell people to buy a box of tissue when they read this. I'm like, no, there's really good ones in here too. There's some that are so uplifting and so joyous too. But the publishing of this is going to happen this week. This week, it is going to get published. So hopefully by next week you can go to Amazon and click the purchase button, and I'm going to try to keep the price as low as possible for everybody, because it's more important to me that this gets into the right hands than that it gets whatever. I just want anybody who wants it to be able to have it. Okay, first caller I'm going to go to in a second. Just real quick here. When I call your area code, your name and your number, and then have a very specific question or a very specific connection. Here we go, 480. Hello, 480. How are you today?
I am wonderful. This is Mike.
Hi, Mike. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Phoenix. And
awesome.
Yeah, hot as Hades. My question is, I'm starting a new job. Should be September, I'm hoping. Granted, I was hired in April. And so I kind of want to, if you could tap in and kind of just see the money in and around that moving forward, like first 6 months to in and around that job.
Okay. So first of all, I just want you to be aware of the fact that I hope you start in September, but I'm hearing October. Okay.
I feel that. I feel the same thing.
September might be. I'm sorry.
I feel the same thing too about October.
Yeah, I just hear October, and I even double-checked it while you were talking. Not that I wasn't listening. I was just, double-checking, doubling down on this. If I'm going to make a bet, I want to be accurate, although do not take me to Vegas because I suck at gambling. So if we double down on this and I say, is he starting in September? No, a solid no. Is he starting in October? Yes. And if I have to be a little bit more exact, I see October 3rd, but then 15 is really big. So the money is going to be good. It's going to be solid. It's going to be consistent, and it's going to be good. If you want the money to be great, like whatever good is to you, it's going to be good. But if you want to level that money, you're going to have to put like double in, okay? And you will get it back. So don't be afraid of self-promotion, like promoting yourself with this position. It won't be frowned upon. And I don't know if that means sometimes when people are in sales, if they promote it on their own, that's good. But if you're working in a company where you're doing something else, don't be afraid to say, hey, what about this idea? Hey, how about that? But get it in front of the right person, not just any person. So by October 15th, I feel you will be working. The money is going to be good. It's going to be solid. It's going to be consistent. Stay strong, especially through November and into December. After that, hopefully, hopefully all the tricks are out of the bag and we will be moving forward as of December. And a lot of this monkey business and nonsense will have subsided. I feel like, and just so people know, because there's a lot going on in the world, I want people to know there are some things changing behind the scenes right now that are going to stop some of the monkey business going on out there. It's going to take about a solid month for this to get through, and I feel like these are legislative things that are going to be made into law or change the law a little bit so that some of the, and I'm trying not to be too, I'm intentionally being vague, folks, but those who know will pick up on this and know exactly what I'm talking about with all this monkey business and nonsense and chaos going on out there, that once they put this one thing, there's one thing they're putting into law, and once they do this, and it's going to be done, and I feel like a month, at the most a month and a half, all this nonsense is going to stop because of the people it affects. And so what this is going to look like, and let me just break this down for you. Anybody who has contributed to this could be held liable for this. Boom! I love that. Do you guys love that? I hope you love that, because anybody who burns down a courthouse or paid to have a courthouse burned down, whether they knew that was going to be the outcome or not, you suffer too. You have consequences. You have blood on your hands now too. Boom. Oh, I guess I'm a little passionate about this. Okay. Enough about that, though. But listen, we are hard-working Americans, and we want our country. There's a good reason why people want to come to America, and it's not any of this malarkey. So we need to stay strong and know it's going to be okay, and just know that as of mid-September, the tide is going to change, is what I'm hearing. As of mid-September, the tide is going to change. However, we don't hold anybody's breath because we never know what's next on the other end. But by December, I feel like by December, everything is going to get better. Having said that, as of December, you have the potential to also increase your financial standing where you are. But you have to show up. You have to show up strong, and you have to take control of whatever position it is that you are involved in. And really, I just hear promote, okay?
Love it. And I'm waiting for that October surprise as well.
Awesome. Very, very cool. You have an amazing day. Stay on the line. We're going to do more clearings. You might get more info. That's very helpful to you. And thank you so much for calling in. I do hope you call back in and keep me updated. Let me know what else is going on.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. I am going to go directly to the next caller, and the next caller is 201. Hello, 201. How are you today?
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
I have a question. I've been dealing with unemployment since March. I've been out of work because of the virus, and I've been back and forth. I haven't received anything from them, and I was told last week I was going to get all this stuff retroactive. It would take a couple of days, and then today I called, and it said actually it was denied, and I have to do an appeal. So I broke down crying because I'm a single mother, too, and now I'm just like, I hate to feel helpless, but I'm hoping there's some light at the end of this tunnel, or there's a reason for it, you know?
Okay, there is, and breathe. And I'm so sorry, sweetie, because here you are, you're a single mom. You were out there working. Okay, you were out there working.
Yeah.
And this is oh my God, this just makes me so So here's what I'm going to say. Right away for you, anybody listening and re-listening, and please know, re-listen to the shows. Today's show, last week's show, we are going to open up the finances. We're good. Better. Thank you so much. See, angels are so amazing. That's all I can freaking say. There's something stopping or blocking us from getting money. I'm getting a yes on that. So we're going to clear that straight away. Better than any answer I can give you is getting rid of and I feel that in my heart. I feel that in my throat. I feel that little nausea coming on. Now I'm going to tell you, in about a month, everything's going to work out. Appeal. Stay strong. And I know a month is a long time to hold on when it's been since March. If I were talking to my sister, what I would say is a cash job is good. A cash job is great. Even if it means like watching somebody's child while they work 1 or 2, 3, 4, or 5 days a week. Not permanent, just on the, So I'm going to say, I'm going to say to you is you're going to have relief in a month, whether that means work coming in or unemployment coming in. Is she going to win the appeal? I hear yes, no. Let's make that a solid yes on the appeal. Let's strengthen that. Okay, so I hear a solid yes on that. So you need to be very diligent. You need to be on top of it. You need to make sure all this paperwork is getting back to them very quickly. And where include the paperwork that said you would be approved, include that. And in the meantime, also, I know it's very difficult to find work right now, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I have a friend that owns a bar, and a couple of her bartenders didn't want to come back because the unemployment was so good because they did get approved for unemployment. And so she had to go out and try to find new ones. So and bartenders make good cash. I mean, and if you have a great personality, they will train you. They'd rather train somebody to do it their way than get somebody who has bad habits already. But anything like that, just to have that cash in hand now is important. The other thing I hear is for you is relief is coming. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. And do you have a grandmom on the other side, a little bit fuller grandmom?
Yeah,
not
I do.
Fat. she's here. She stepped in, she popped in front of my face, and she used to like accentuate her words like ooh child, right? Like she used to like
yeah,
I can't do
she
the accent,
did.
right? Please don't hold it against me that I cannot do that. But she would really accentuate certain words and drag them out and like, oh no, like just that sort of little talk of her. And she wants to say, I'm not going to try to mimic her speak, although just by that it's her. She just wants to tell you, we got this. Don't you worry. We got this. We're taking care of it. They're going to get it in front of the right person, but you have to do the legwork. And you know what? Keep your faith strong. Go back to prayer. Go back to prayer. Your will is good. Heaven's will is stronger. Okay, your will is good, but sometimes, and I know this even for myself, when I'm in the middle of something, I forget about my faith, and I'm so wrapped up in what can I do, and I forget all things come through God. So I have to
That's true.
Take that moment, take that breath, do that, connect with God again and say, okay, this is what I need. Let's make this happen. And all of a sudden, everything just starts popping. But for a minute, we think that we're in control of this and we can make it happen. So just get back in that faith moment, make that faith moment work, and just start pummeling forward with this, and have the knowing that angels are behind it. They're going to make this happen for you. And I hear it will be a very good payday. So don't falter in your faith.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You know what it is? I was looking forward. I needed to move because I still live with my ex and we share an apartment with our kids. But I have a boyfriend for 2 years and he has a girlfriend, so I was already moving out with this money and buying furniture in my head and manifesting stuff. So I just got a little disappointed today, discouraged.
Yeah, you know what? Don't. Everything's going to work out. And remember, everything is happening for us, not to us. And we need to just have that faith. And remember,
I love that. Mm-hmm.
Remember to just stay strong in your conviction, stay strong in what you want, and know like you know what's right and what's wrong, and move forward with it.
Right.
And I just want to say your grandma is saying listen to your intuition on all matters. They're sending you little signs and signals, and they're trying to help you make all the right choices. But let's just stick with and let's go back to that unemployment a month. Appeal now. Do not take no for an answer. Appeal and get all the paperwork in, and be very exact and short. Be very exact in your statements, not emotional. Professional, not emotional. Just be very factual. If a man were writing this, how would it sound? Okay?
Right.
Remember the person reading it, yes, they do. They're going through a lot right now. So just be very, very, very factual and to the point, and just almost bullet mark your facts about it. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. I'm going to do one more clearing for you, everybody listening and everybody re-listening. Money is coming to us now. I get a no, so we're going to clear that for everybody so that we can get that money in that should be coming to us now, because there is something stopping, blocking, or whatever's going on, and we need to get rid of that now so that we can be in that really solid place, okay? And I would love to stay on the line with you. Unfortunately, it is coming to the close of the show, so I just want to say thank everybody for listening in today. Remember, I'm here every Monday at noon for 30 minutes please call back if you did not get through today. I will be here to answer your questions and do more clearings next Monday.